It's Greg, the Uber driver. Today is Wednesday, July 26th. It's about 8 p.m. and kind of a summary of things I've heard today and learned today. My Uber business, I did 0 tourist rides today. So far, I did about 65% of a normal day. So again, they probably would have made up about a third of my business if I had any today, and I'm working a little bit longer. Did learn another interesting set of facts today from another manager from the Ritz-Carlton. Again, the Ritz-Carlton on Fort Lauderdale Beach, prime location, prime property. The comment was made, they really had no out-of-state guests. All the guests in the hotel were basically local people, staycations that were here. The out-of-state people, the out-of-state tourists are not there. And I asked a question about and Ritz-Carlton's owned by Marriott, why Marriott is not speaking out about the economic impact that they are receiving on all their hotels throughout Florida. All the Marriott brands are all being negatively impacted. And I was told basically that, well, Marriott typically doesn't take political stances. And I asked, well, aren't you all laying off employees? Aren't you cutting hours? Aren't employees financially hurting? Isn't the company hurting? Then the comment was made, yes. They have laid off employees. They have reduced hours greatly. They've been shipping managers from the Ritz-Carlton here to other management positions around the system throughout the rest of the United States where there's demand, because there's no demand in Florida. And it's just their political stance. They just don't take one, even when it's to the detriment of the company. So that's why none of these companies, with the exception of Disney, have spoken out. They all just don't do it. They don't want to see it being anti-Republican, I guess, and get a backlash on that. So that's why they're not doing it, to get a backlash from them, I guess. But it's really hurting them. They're definitely hurt. All the hotels, everybody, every manager I've picked up have all told me the same thing. They're all being hurt. They're all being hurt. They're all being hurt. And they basically don't speak out politically, even when they need to speak out just in their economic interest and their own economic impact. And they're not doing it because they just don't speak out, Republican or Democrat. So that's why you're not hearing anything. So I just thought that was an interesting tidbit of information. I kind of knew why they hadn't, but that's why. So that's why you're not hearing it. That's why you're not seeing it in the press. You're only seeing, like when I report from the Greater Miami Convention and Visitors Bureau, where they're off 61%. You're seeing the hotel tax collection stop. We're seeing all these things drop. We're going to see I know the passengers flying in and out of the airports in Florida, when we see those numbers, they're going to be dropping. They're all dropping. It's all dropping. And it's all due to DeSantis. And then I know you may have seen yesterday, I made these comments. Again, he laid off 1/3 of his campaign staff yesterday. This is about the 4th time they've done it. And there was an interesting, I think the reason is that it's floundering because of it's floundering because of DeSantis, period. That's the reason. So I'm going to stop this there, and have a great night. Love to get your feedback. Love to hear what you think. But that's why you're not hearing any of the companies speak out. Most of them just don't go into the politics, and they're trying to figure out how will they survive in the meantime and how they'll get through this. And hopefully it'll pass. And at some point, DeSantis will be gone, which he will be.